The house that I grew up in cost $8,000. My dad couldn't even afford to buy the house. He had to borrow the money from his ex-wife, my mom, to afford it. I was grateful though. I had a roof above my house. I ate decent meals per day if you want to count ramen noodles and Totino's pizza. But despite all of that, I didn't come from a rich upbringing. My dad wasn't wealthy. My mom wasn't wealthy. And I don't think I ever believed that I could become wealthy because I didn't really know what that meant. But as I got older, as I started reading books and talking to other people that have achieved wealth, I recognized that to achieve wealth, to want to be wealthy, to be rich, it all starts with your mindset. So you have to have a wealthy mindset if you want to achieve wealth. If you tell yourself you're gonna be broke, that your circumstances are the reason why you are where you are financially, then you're going to be stuck there for the rest of your life. You have to believe that there is something greater, something good. Today I want to share with you 6 wealthy skills that anybody can do. I don't care where you came from, where you were born, how you were raised. These are 6 skills that if you want to change your current situation, if you implement these skills, it can get you on the path to achieving wealth. Author Thomas J. Stanley from the book Millionaire Next Door had this to say about achieving wealth. Thomas said, "Before you can become a millionaire, you must learn to think like one. You must learn to motivate yourself to counter fear with courage." And to achieve wealth, to want to be rich, it takes courage because most people, when you share with them what your goals are, especially financially, they're going to look at you like you are crazy. Because that's being different, that's being unique, that's going against the status quo. These are skills that anybody can do, but as you start going down these skills and implementing them, these are things that people are going to look at you that, man, that's just kind of weird, or that's just different. Oh, there goes so-and-so again with their big dreams. But dare to be different, dare to do different if you want to change where you are. So the first wealthy skill that anybody can do is to make goals and to visit these goals on a frequent basis. It's reported that 62% of all millionaires focus and revisit their goals every single day. Goals are something that are so important to me that I look at my goals every single day. Every day when I wake up, I know exactly what I need to do. And I know that because the night before, I'm writing out the tasks that I need to get done. Each week, I'm revisiting my goals. Each month, each quarter, each year, I'm looking at my next 90-day goals, my 1-year goals, my 3-year goals, and then revisiting what are my lifetime goals. Now, the one thing that I want you to know is that goals are not New Year's resolutions that you make one day and then you forget about it 2 weeks into the new year. These are goals that you want to look at. You want these goals staring you in the face every day, making sure that you are accountable on the things that you want to do. If setting goals is something that is new to you, here's my challenge to you. Make your top 3 goals for the week and then make your top 3 goals every single day. And then the end of the day, at the end of the week, look back and see how did you do. What are some changes that you need to do in your daily routine, in your weekly routine to make sure that you're hitting these goals and getting them done. The second wealthy skill that anybody can do is to show gratitude, but to show gratitude the old-fashioned way. When was the last time that somebody did something nice for you and you responded with gratitude? That you told them, thank you for doing that. Thank you for going out of your way to do whatever that task was. But how did you do it? Did you send them a text? Did you send them an email? Or did you actually pick up the phone and call them? Or did you say, hey, I'd like to take you out to lunch to say thank you for what you did for me? Or what about sending them a letter, a handwritten letter showing gratitude for what they did? In this day and age with technology, we are just so bogged down with so many different things that we have to do, that we think we have to do every single day, that we don't take the time to say thank you to those that have went out of their way to do something nice. A simple phone call, a simple letter will speak volumes, not just about the people that are around you, but it speaks volumes about you and what you are about and what you believe in. People will recognize that in you. You will stand out from everybody else because you are going out of your way to show that gratitude. The third wealthy skill that anybody can do is to shake hands, but do so while making eye contact. It's so funny to me when I meet somebody for the first time, and when I go to shake their hand, I recognize that many people don't even know how to do that simple skill the right way. It was several years ago I got asked to speak at this high school organization. I think it was called the Young CEOs, and these were juniors and seniors in high school. After I gave my talk, it's about 20-30 minutes, each one of them came up to me after my presentation, and they came up to me and shook my hand firmly while looking me in the eye to say thank you for taking time out of my busy day to come speak to them. It was something that I noticed immediately, and I spoke to the teacher after they were all done to say, you know, I was really impressed with how each of these students came up and shook my hand. And then he shared with me that it took them several class periods of practicing that skill to where they could finally get it right. And this is a skill that I've been talking to my boys about. When you meet somebody for the first time, I want you to shake their hand firmly, squeeze it, not trying to kill them or crush their hand, but shake their hand firmly, look them in the eye, and introduce yourself. Now, my boys at this time of this recording are 11, 9, and 7, and they're still working on this, but I can share with you that with my 11-year-old, he shook the hand of a neighbor that he met, and this gentleman said to him, "Man, that's a great handshake." And I made sure to let my son know, did you notice that? Did you notice how this person, this man, noticed your handshake? That made you stand out. It's a simple skill that anybody can do if you practice it, if you work on it, if you implement it. The fourth wealthy skill that anybody can do is to serve others, especially when there is nothing to gain. When is the last time that you went out of your way for somebody else to do something nice for them when there wasn't any financial gain, that there was no incentive for you to do so other than just doing the right thing, doing the nice thing? We as a society, as a culture, are so focused on ourselves and the things that we need to get done that we don't take the time to see how we can serve others. It was a couple years ago that Noah Kagan, the founder of AppSumo and also employee number 30 at Facebook, reached out to me and my wife, who's also a blogger. And he was reaching out to us to see if there's anything that he could help out with on building an email list and building a lead magnet and just driving traffic to our site. And I was wondering, what in the world is this guy, this CEO of this multi-million dollar company reaching out to me and my wife? And then I found out that he was reaching out to other bloggers, other people in our space, and sacrificing his time to serve them, to serve the community. Now, in his case, was there some financial incentive for him to take time out of his day to contact all these bloggers? Yeah, it was some good promotion, some good marketing for his business. But the reality is that the time that he spent, I mean, this was hours upon hours setting up these Skype calls, taking time to know their business, their blog, their visitors, their traffic, their customers, to see how he could help by leveraging his experience, his connections, his network, and just offering all that without asking for anything in return. How can you serve others without asking for anything? What is something that you can do, sacrificing your time for somebody else to make sure that they accomplish what they're trying to do? All right, the fifth skill that anybody can do is to go the extra mile. What is something that you can do that is just going beyond what normal people would do, or normal people would just give up or say, no, that's not worth the time. I can't do that. That's not going to work out. And I can think about personally in my life, all these things that I went the extra mile where I didn't really think of it as going the extra mile, but reflecting back, it's like, okay, yeah, I see that now. And I can remember it was several years ago, I had just started getting into the online space and online marketing, online business. And there was a guy that lived about 2 hours north of me. His name is David Siteman Garland, and he's had a podcast, he's had a YouTube channel, now he has a course that he sells. And he was an influencer and still is in the online marketing space. And he was hosting a luncheon that was 2.5 hours from where I lived. And I thought, what not a great opportunity to get a chance to know him, to network with him, and just to see, what this guy's all about. And my wife and I drove that 2.5 hours for a luncheon and then drove 2.5 hours back. And that was just an example of taking the entire day When I could have been focused on trying to land new clients and, maybe service existing clients, I didn't make any money by doing so, but I built a connection and I met other successful entrepreneurs there as well, just because I went the extra mile. I've heard of so many examples of people getting on a plane and flying across the country to sit in on an interview or to interview somebody. They had a chance to have coffee with a mentor and they spent $1,000 on a plane ticket just to have coffee with this person for 1 hour. That is going the extra mile. All right, the sixth and final wealthy skill that anybody can do is track your time. How are you investing your time? More importantly, what are you wasting your time on? Now, I had some other videos where I talk about productivity hacks that can make sure that you're staying focused and spending your time wisely. But really just being mindful, how are you investing your time? What are you doing? What are you spending your day on? What is most of your day consisted of? What tasks during the day are you wasting your time on that you shouldn't be? I love this quote by Robert Kiyosaki, author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and Kiyosaki has to say, "The only difference between a rich person and a poor person is how they use their time." You have to know how you are spending your time, how you are investing your time. And if you're not sure if you're spending your time wisely, that's why it's so important to have a mentor, somebody that can speak into your life that is 1 to 2 steps ahead of you, that can hold you accountable to make sure that you're not wasting your time on social media, binging out on YouTube videos, or just doing stuff that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're rich or you're broke, we're all given 24 hours per day to make the most of it. How are you investing your time? And that's what I love about these wealthy skills that anybody can do, because it doesn't matter where you are in your wealth building journey. These are 6 skills that anybody can do, but it all starts with having the mindset and making the choice that I'm going to do these things. I am intentionally going to make sure that I go out of my way, that I serve others, that I shake hands, look them in the eye, show gratitude. Doing these 6 skills, implementing these skills will change the way that you approach your day and how others perceive you, and will get you on the path to achieving wealth and also achieving greatness. All right, y'all, hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, this is Jeff Rose reminding you that it's your money, it's your life, and only you can make it awesome. Peace.